Hola, people. Hello. Welcome. Hi. My internet's acting weird, but that's okay. This is going to be our afternoon dose of Deviant Daily. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. I just finished a reading with a client that it was a really good experience. It was a really good experience, and I'm so happy. Um, I just love doing what I do. I just love it. So yeah, welcome. Thank you. I pulled a card. I am, y'all. Oh, there's just so much. There's so much. I was surprised today with a book. My friend, super sneaky, um, blessed me with a signed copy of a book. She was like, "Oh yeah, I have an extra copy." And then I opened the book and it was signed to me, and I was like, "Extra copy, sure." So that I'm so grateful, and I haven't been able to reach out to her yet because I've been on the go. But oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Oh, I love books. Um, so we are going to do a reading, we're going to do a contemplation conversation. So always feel free to share your thoughts, your opinions. When you see a card, when you hear words, if certain things come up for you, always feel welcome to share what comes to you. The first card is going to be an oracle card, and from the Ask and is Given oracle, and then we'll get into our tarot card. Okay, so, sorry, I'm just like really excited. There is enough room for all ideas and experiences. There is enough room for all ideas and experiences. What does that say to you, and how does that make you feel? So, from your non physical perspective, you understood that there is room enough in this expansive universe for all manner of thought and experience. You had every intention of being deliberate about your own life experience and your own creations, but you had no intentions of trying to control the creations of others. Well, hello, Josh. Welcome. Enjoy your time here. So, yeah, what does that say to you? So, again, there is enough room for all ideas and experiences. Again, from your non physical perspective, you understood that there is room enough in this universe for all manner of thought and experience. You had every intention of being deliberate about your own life experience and your own creations, but you had no intentions of trying to control the creations of others. I really like this. It's like mind your business, right? Mind your business, focus on your own stuff. And, so many people are so invested in how other people choose to live their lives and who other people are, and they're not as invested into their own lives. They just go through the motions, but they don't realize, like, if you just focus on your own shit, you would be able to create so much better. Well, hello, Lynn Larosai. Welcome. So, stay in your lane. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's pretty much stay in your lane for sure. And it's just more like, focus on your own stuff. Like if we all just focus on our own stuff, our own lives, on what is important to us, on what we loved creating, and stopped worrying about what other people are doing, what we think they should or should not do, that's nothing to us. What is everything to us is what we are doing, what we are investing in, what we are believing, what we are participating in. All of that matters. So stop, putting your nose in other people's business. Does that make sense? Hello, Mona. Welcome. But that's the thing too. Um, that was something that was taught to me in beauty school, where we're not in competition. Like with stylists, there's a shit ton of hairstylists, but we are not in competition. There is enough in this world for everyone to be provided for everyone to be happy, because people want different things. So there are several types of stylists. There are some who want to have a slower schedule. There are some who want a busier schedule. There are people who specialize in different things, right? So you'll find your place and people will find you as well. So there is enough room for all ideas and experiences. So don't think that there is not enough room for you and for what you want and what you love. The most important thing right now is for you to focus on your life. Okay, and I think that's a huge thing right now, especially right now, for us to mind our business and focus on the solution, focus on what is exciting to us and what we love. Okay, and that's coupled with the tarot card, the eight. No, sorry, the seven. I can count the seven of pentacles, the seven of coins reversed. So what do you, when you see this card, what do you see? What do you, when you look at this card, what stands out? Do you have any thoughts that pop into your head, any emotions? Do you just have these knowings? Whatever it is, like, do you know something? Like, what do you see when you look at this card? You don't have to know anything about tarot to discern what you see. So with the seven of pentacles, the seven of coins, we recognize again that sevens, they are choices. They can be illusions. They can be, things we have to work through again. Like, just we revisit them, and here we go. The seven of pentacles, seven of coins. We understand, if you look at it towards the right, we understand that it's about the future, and we understand that there's some sort of mentality. There's something going on within us that where we think that we are going to lose stuff. We're not losing anything. And so that's the thing. It's like we think on some level we are going to lose all of these resources if we focus on one. If we mind our own damn business, we think we're going to lose this. But we don't have this, when it's other people's stuff, it's not ours. If we focus on our own stuff, if we focus on what is important to us, we would grow this for ourselves. Does that make sense? Looking to the right with head down, he looks sad. Yeah, very well could be sad that I'm sad because I think that I'm losing things. My future is well. Hello, Mona Lee. Good to see you. So Seven Pentacles reverse shows me not waiting or working things currently, but was and will again some sort of break. I like that, like the break for sure. Yeah, a break in the physical stuff that we involve ourselves in. It's time to understand that. It's time to understand right now that there is enough room for everybody. So that means I need to stop worrying about all the stuff other people are doing and start focusing in on my action. What can I do for myself? It's time to change things up. It is time to be aware of what I need to sort of like let go of, like what things, like with this, all these things, these physical things, like what things need to be sort of like tossed to the side, and what things actually are in alignment with me, with what I want for myself that I can keep. Does that make sense? Well, hello, Trish. Welcome. So that's another thing with the Seven of Pentacles reversed. It's resources. It's physical stuff. So what physical stuff, what resources do I have in my life that are based on other people, and how are they in alignment with my goals? Do they offer me something that is in alignment with what I want for myself? So first things first, I need to check in with myself, right? So this is something important that we have to do. I need to check in with myself, my body, my physical, world. What is okay here? What is not okay? And then let me look at the resources I have, or what I've been investing my energy into, what I've been growing for other people. And so if I see things that are growing that have nothing to do with my future, with what I love, what I want to put out there, then I need to consider weeding that out. And if I see things that are in alignment with my future, with my mission, with what I love, then I need to consider, really enhancing them and working more with them. Does that make sense? So we can see that in this card. And so there is a sadness a little bit, because if you think about it, reversals are unearthing, bringing things to the surface that are like buried deep. And so there could be this sadness that, you know what, I have to let go of some things. And for some, let's be honest, this really could be like diet, like nutrition. Hello, Stephanie, welcome. This could be nutrition. Like, oh, I love all these damn foods, they're so good, but they're not good for my body. For me, okay, type 2 diabetes, right? So I love pizza. I really do. I love bear claws, right? So delicious. I can't eat that. I mean, I can, but it will not be good for my body. And so I have to choose. That's not really, I want health right here, right? I want health. I want wellness. I want something good for my life, right? I want to live. And so I recognize that, okay, the bear claws, they have to go. The pizza, they have to go. But I do love, let's say, something that's really good for diabetes. I don't know. I do love my steak, okay? Or like low to no carb veggies, okay? Love that. Boom. I can keep those with me. And it helps me with my goal. I go and buy these things, right? Okay. Um, does that make sense? Good morning, Belinda. Welcome. Is that all my money falling out of my pockets whilst we are locked down? Right? It very well could be. But let's be honest here. This is where it's important. That money that we're investing, right? We're buying all the things. But as long as it is in alignment, again, I'm going to repeat myself. As long as it goes back to our heart, our body, like if it's in alignment with our mission, you know, what we want out of life, then cool, let's invest. But if I'm really focused on tarot, I'm really focused on learning tarot and astrology, and then I'm like, I really want to get this like artisanal book on like pizza, like making pizza. What the hell? Like that has nothing to do with anything right now. That could be a waste of my money, right? Okay. Like no, that's not gonna work out for me. And so yeah, I invest a lot in food. Yeah, well, food is food is wonderful. I mean, honestly, but yeah, it's like he's invested so much in the situation that it's difficult to let go. Yes, I like that. Thank you, Jolie. Um, I feel like I have to say your full name because it blends well. So yeah, but yes, you know, that happens with life, you know. When we live when we live for a long time and we build programming, we build patterns, we are so invested into these things. It reminds me a lot, like I used to work for professional retail, and I invested my life, right? I invested so much time. I love the work I did, but I was working for someone else, making someone else money, and not really getting paid back on any level, really, what I deserved and to live. And so it's like that took like what 10 years of my life, investing into something that didn't invest into me. And my mission, my heart is really to do this. I love tarot readings. I love helping people. I love being of service. I love communicating. That is important to me. Like helping people help themselves, like that is super important to me. None of the professional retail stuff helped me. It was hard because it was a paycheck. It was a stable paycheck. It was hard to let go of, but I recognized that it was not for me. I was dying there. And so it's sad. It is sad and it's difficult because it's like, okay, all of these resources that I've built, they've been built on kind of like false pretenses. They've been built on someone else's ideal. Okay, does that make sense? So they've been built upon someone else's ideal, someone else's dreams, not mine. And it was hard to let go. I put myself in a position where it was really hard to let go of this stuff, but I did. And you know, I love what I do, absolutely. And that makes all the difference. So, okay, um, there is enough room for all the ideas and experiences. Focus on your ideas, focus on your experiences. If someone else wants to do something, mind your business. They can figure that out for themselves. Support them if you can, but let them be, you know. If you would do it differently, that's fine, but that's not your choice. It's not your path. If it is your path, focus on doing it differently. But if you do something different, just mind your business. There's enough for all of us to be happy. And so with the seven of coins, again, we recognize that we also need to just focus more on building ourselves up instead of plugging into all kinds of resources that really have nothing, little to nothing to do with what we really want out of life. Okay. So any last minute thoughts or questions, feel free to comment. But I think that expresses the cards really well today. Um, I like it. I like it. So again, build yourself up. Build your own resources. Focus on the things that are going to help you in the long run. You know, focus on the things that align with your mission, and realize like there is enough for everyone to be happy. Um, what about a partner? What about that? If you look at this in regards to like relationships, like physical relationships, well, we can see something here. There's enough. Again, there's enough out in the world. So there are relationships that are really good for us. So we can trust that. When it talks about relationships, we can see like, you know what, it is important for me to focus on what I love. Like what are my good qualities in relationships and what do I love in relationships, right? So let's look at that. Let's focus on that. A lot of times when it comes to relationships, any kind of relationship really, we focus on the negatives. We focus on getting fucked over. We focus on, you know, that all of the things that are infuriating, and we're like, we don't want that. But it is important to say, you know what? I've been focusing on all of these things that I don't want. All of these things that are just coming crashing down. Let me focus on what I do want. Let me focus on the qualities that I love, not just about myself, but I love about partners, about people that I want in my life. Okay. Let's see, like, have you been through that and try an advice on that because you're both trying to invest on something big? Yeah. Well, yeah, clear communication. You know, being able, like, if you have a partner or partners, and being on the same page is great because, again, each person will want something slightly different, even if you have a common goal, and then you can focus on those things together for sure. Yeah, that would be great. But there's enough room for all. Uh, okay. You know, the other one is getting screwed over at work, and if it continues, it's all financially lands on me. Yeah. Yeah, it's challenging, you know, and that goes back to like it goes back to like focusing on what you're capable of, focusing on your protecting your money, focusing on protecting your ass, your resource. Well, I shouldn't say ass and resources. You know what I mean? Like protecting yourself. So protecting your money, protecting your body, protecting you, you know, that's important. So again, you always go back to that main focus, like protect what you have, be in integrity, be in authenticity, alignment with you, and then focus on the other stuff that will help you keep to that integrity, that specific energy. And when you do that, and when you're honest and you're able to do that, yeah. Do I still mind my business though? That's a challenging one, especially if you're. That is a challenging one. I think that you do have to mind your business. You also have to discern, like when you have other parties involved, like you have to understand what your business is though. Like your business is what you want for your life. If you are in partnership with someone, okay, like whether it be business, relationship, whatever, but if you're in partnership with someone, then a part of their business is your business. Does that make sense? So sometimes, like when I was working, you know, in professional retail stuff, my coworkers and stuff, when they were doing things that was making me look bad, or if if someone was doing something that was making me look bad, or if someone was doing something that affected my job, then yeah, I got in it. But you also have to recognize like how to get in it, like how to express certain things. Because sometimes we just get nosy, or we get, too much in the drama. It doesn't have to be dramatic, right? We just have to be very aware of how we handle something. Like if someone is affecting my business, then of course we're going to have words. We're going to have to be clear in communicating. I think that's important. So it's like, yes, you have to focus on your own life and what you want for yourself. Always check in with that first. And then if someone is affecting you, yeah, you have to kind of figure out how to communicate about that. Definitely. I definitely think that for sure. And I can see that here because, again, always first and foremost, like ground, focus on you, your part in this, then check into the other resources. And I think it's good that you're questioning that. It's like, okay, is it my business to do this? Like, well, if it's affecting me, then yeah. If this is going to affect my money, if this is going to affect, my clientele or whatever, yes, this has to do with me. And so from that point, it's like, okay, well, what can I do to effectively communicate and reach out and express this? I have to do this. Again, if we're talking about the Pentacles card here, then we have to do it from an earthly place. We have to do it from a money standpoint. Like, look, this can affect our money. No one wants their money affected, so kind of looks like the person is perplexed on how to fit the new into established. Yes, suits what you're saying. Yes, yeah. It's like, oh my gosh, I have all of these things. How do I fit this? I'm realizing I need to put myself first, or I need to check in with myself first, right? My desires, my goals. How do I fit this in? Well, we have to weed some stuff out. We have to let some of this stuff drop. It's no longer relevant. There are things that are no longer relevant resources for us. And so some of that stuff has to drop out so we can apply new stuff that is in more alignment with us, with our stuff. Yeah. I mean, it just goes to say, like, communication across the board is so important. Like, and it sucks at times because it's like you really just want to say what you really mean. But it's important to kind of like maybe just like write it out too, like yourself. Like, this is what I want to say, so you know how, like, when you say something, you know how to come across. So you stick to the points. And when we're dealing with like the Pentacles, it's like we need to stick to the resources. We need to stick to the groundedness of it. We need to stick to the physical stuff, right? We don't need to get overly emotional. We don't need to get overly intellectual. We don't need to get too aggressive. It's not a fire card. We just need to be kind of like stable, slower, and handle it just facts. Yeah. So I like that. Thank you. Thank you for participating. Thank you for saying all these things, y'all. I'm thinking that that's where we're going to end with our evening contemplation. My friend Elisa of Elisa Soul Kisses is having a crystal sale. The link is in the description of this video, and it's her last day today. So if you want to check her stuff out, feel free to click that link. And again, if you want to know how to support this channel, this page, this experience, adventure, you can also click the other link in the description, and find out how. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much, Josh. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for being here and just showing up. And this is our time together. We get to create here. We get to talk about the cards and how they may influence different things. And when you comment, it just opens up for more conversation, that we get to see things from different perspectives. So it's wonderful when you share as well. If you're watching a recording of this, keep commenting. I always check back. So again, thank you. I appreciate you, and good luck. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I will talk to you tomorrow morning. Be blessed.